Hi, welcome to episode 4 of the Home Stager Marketing Show. I'm Mike, the Stager Sidekick, and today we're going to talk about what is content and more specifically, what are the different types of content. This applies really to Home Stager's website. Everybody's probably heard at one time or another that content is king. And the reason people say that is because it's probably one of the most critical factors for a website's SEO. So if you want to learn more about SEO, you can listen to the previous episode, episode number 3, where I talk about SEO, the 8 different things that can help a home stager's SEO. But in this episode, we're going to talk more about content, the content part of SEO. So first, what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and good SEO means that your website will show up high in Google for the search terms that you want to, such as home stager in any town, in whatever town you service. A website with bad SEO won't show up in Google for anything. So it's very important to have a good SEO for your website. So we're going to talk about the 4 things that contribute to the content on your website. You're probably not going to like them, but they are very important. And doing any combination of these 4 things is important. If you can do all 4, that'd be phenomenal. If you can do just 3, that would be really good. If you can do 2, make sure you do the 2 very well. But if you only do one of these things, your website probably won't have very good SEO. So let's go through the 4 things. So the number 1 thing, probably the least contributor to your SEO, but it creates the entire package, is basically the information on your website. So information about the About Me page, your service area, the types of services you do. This is very important in painting the broad picture to help Google, but it is content that's on your website, but it is the content that basically tells Google, sets the stage for the other types of content that you're going to have on your website, and gives it some context. But the information on your website, it needs to be complete, it needs to be accurate. It's very important for telling Google what you do and where you do it, and everything about you that you need to show up on Google for. The number 2 thing, that number 2 piece of content is a blog. I know, like, so many home stagers have heard the word blog, and that they need to blog, and who reads blogs? Blogs are from millennials and all this stuff. But the truth is that blogs are important, and blogs don't have to be just recipe blogs or things like that. That blogs really do provide value to your website visitor. And another way to think about it is articles on your website. So if you can write articles or blog articles about things like the value of home staging in your area, what the difference is between vacant home staging and furnished home staging, or what the value consultation can give to a home seller, the reason why a realtor would want a home stager. So whatever type of service that you do, whatever questions that you get asked, these are the topics that you should be blogging about, providing that type of information. And really the greatest source of blog or article ideas is from the questions that you get asked and that you have answered. So it doesn't need to be that complex. It's actually very simple. The more you can simplify a topic, the better it is for your website visitor. And Google loves this. When Google sees that you have a lot of blog articles, Google can really create a story of what you do and that you are really an expert in what you do. So a blog is actually pretty important, and fortunately, probably no home stagers in your area actually blog. So the bar is very low for having a good blog. We'll talk more about blogging in a future episode. But the number three thing that third type of content for your website is your portfolio. So you've done a lot of great projects, done a lot of great work, and hopefully you have a lot of great pictures. So so you can really tell the story of the type of work that you do and where you do it, like your service area, with your portfolio. So if you create case studies or projects or whatever you want to call them for different projects that you have done, for example, if you specialize in, I don't know, seaside, oceanside homes, for example, that are furnished, and there's several towns along the coastline that you work in. So if you can do a seaside home, a furnished seaside home in each one of these towns, and post the pictures and do a case study about why the realtor needed to hire you, or why the homeowner wanted to hire you, and how you transform their home, and show all the pictures with alt tags and alt text and titles for each picture, which we'll talk about in a future episode, and we actually talked about in the previous episode. This will be critically important for helping your website with Google. It's an important piece of content, and especially as a home stager, your work is so visual. Your job is visual, and this is the best way for people to really learn about you and what you can do and how you can help them, is with your portfolio. So that's the third piece of content. Now the fourth piece of content that would be great for your website would be videos. So you can actually combine your blog with videos. People consume information in different ways. So if you can provide videos that explain the different processes of home staging, why people need home staging, or maybe even if the homeowner or realtor lets you into a property, and you can show with video the befores and afters of the project, I mean, that would be great too. But Google, if you load them to here's a little secret. So Google owns YouTube. It's not really a secret, but YouTube is the second biggest search engine. So if you can load videos like these to YouTube and display them on your website, Google's going to love that, because you're keeping them within your ecosystem. You're keeping somebody within your ecosystem. They want to show people. Videos on YouTube. So be on YouTube and have these videos on your website, because Google is going to recognize you have videos from YouTube on your website. So videos are important, both for your visitor and for Google. All this type of content really takes some time, but it can be important for both Google and the visitor. So, but yeah, so when you hear the word content and what the different types of content are, these are the four different types of content that the people are generally talking about. Content is king for SEO, and content really helps out for your website visitors. So. So yeah, I hope you got some value out of this. You can see the show notes on my website at stagersidekick.com. And I hope you visit the website. If you have any other questions, you can contact me at mike@stagersidekick.com, or fill out the contact form on my website. But I hope you got some value out of episode 4 about what is content and the different types of content for your website. And I will see you on the next episode. Thanks.